219 here, and there's the chickens. So I'm gonna pick it up and show you the coop. So let me step back here. I got this whole coop right here for about 50 bucks. I got an extension cord running down here. This is my little experiment. Right to the heat lamp right there to go directly onto the water so the water won't freeze. It's worked so far. Not in extreme temperatures though. Like the below zeros, yeah, that thing will freeze. Right here I got this trough with it, which is a really nice trough. If you have problems with other chickens picking on each other, I got a little scratch block right there. So hopefully they'll start figuring out that block and picking at it instead of picking on each other. And then around here, I've got this tarp. I need to finish getting the tin that's on the roof all the way across. It's just this small little section here. That way it stays a little bit drier. So recently I've just been throwing wood chips in there, and if you can see, they roll around in there to get clean. I need to get another water jug. The goose is pretty thirsty all the time, and then if you see right there, I've got 2 ducks in there. Those are the only 2 ducks left from all the other ducks that we had. But there's a mixture of chickens in there. There's some Buff Orpingtons. There's some Bantams. Some Americanas. And then some Barred Rocks that are in there as well. So there's a couple different types of chickens in there. They seem to get along. This guy right here, this black one that just nudged in next to the goose, that's a rooster. He crows in the morning to wake the neighborhood up. So I bet you they're not too fond. But I'll give you a tour. This little bucket is a cool little contraption that these guys have. If you see, there's a hole below. So they'll go into that hole and jump up on top where they roost. And inside that bucket is a piece of PVC. If you can see it right there in the middle, that goes down in there, and you fill it with feed. That way if they wake up and want a midnight snack, they don't have to come out into the cold. They just go and put their head into the PVC pipe and then peck out some of the food that's in there. They like the trough. The trough is working good. I might want to coat it so it doesn't rust as quick, because that's a really nice trough. And the wires on top of there just lifts up and leans over, and you can hurry up and pour feed in there. But in there's the roosting box. Probably on the back side of here, I'm going to cut a hole out and put the roosting boxes on the outside instead of the inside, so I don't have to climb in there, because it's not really the door's not really that big, and I'm fat, so that's that. But they'll go in there, and that's their little hangout in there. So that's the setup I have. They do come out here and roam a little bit. I've had these chickens for quite some time. I tell Cindy all the time that they're institutionalized because they've been raised in captivity, so they really haven't been free range, so they don't, kind of pick up that concept. I've been letting them out here and there, but with all the dog scat that I found in the back field this summer, I'm a little bit hesitant to leave them out for long periods of time. I do have a trail camera set up aiming at the chicken coop now. That way, if something does come around, I can really focus on what it is, what kind of predator it is. Around here, there is coyote, there's fox, and of course, big old raccoons that come through. So I want to protect my chickens. I do have cinder block all the way around the perimeter of it in case they want to start to try and dig to get to my chickens. I've got double wire on the panels. As he's getting vocal here, he's happy. He just got some water. There's a car horn beeping. That must be deer in the road. But that's my setup for my chicken coop. I'd like to add on to it one day and make it a little bit wider out this way, but I think that's for another time. I will show you this. This thing's pretty cool. On the sides of here, I have these jacks, so you can jack it up and then on the back side, there's 2 little holes cut out, and you can hook a chain to a tractor, and you can drag this coop where you need it to go. That way, you know, they won't tear up too much of your yard. Oh, look, they're dancing. When the ducks dance, it's pretty cool when they get happy. You see he bobs his head, and then he runs around all crazy. That's Hercules and Cletus is the ducks. See, he's happy. He's flapping around, getting that water on him. I don't want to put too much water in there. The ducks like to swim, and of course the goose does. But if they start splashing around, it'll freeze up everywhere, and then there'll be ice in the coop, and then that turns into a disaster. Even though I do have a heat lamp in there, it's not like something that's gonna, you know, really warm up the coop. It's just there just for the purpose to keep the water from freezing. But that's my little setup of my chickens. Chickens, ducks, and geese. I have somebody at work that's interested in taking the goose. I hate to get rid of them. The other one ran off. I don't know where she went. Or she got taken by some kind of animal, but she never showed back up on the farm before I transported them back over here. So that's my little setup of my ducks and chickens. I still think I might downgrade a little bit more. My kids do have chickens at their house. The big one right there, she's a pretty good egg layer. I might give that to my daughter. My daughter named that one, and kind of thin it out a little bit, and then get a couple of different chickens this year and raise them up from when they're babies. I do have a couple roosters in there, which is really not ideal, but I just really have nowhere to give these guys to. So I'm going to stay in here. They've been getting along here so far. If you got too many roosters, man, they'll fight and they'll kill each other. So that's my setup. Hope you like it. Like, comment, subscribe. Share your favorite gun content, or your chicken content, or your goose content, or your duck content on social media everywhere. And like always, we'll catch you on the next one.